I see the beauty in everything and everyone. It's been really powerful, people. It's changed my, not just I'm happy, it's changed my life. I'm not the same Andrew as I was when I entered. I'm I'm physically, emotionally, all different. A 180. It's life changing. I was. She led me to myself, and what greater gift can you have than self discovery and finding yourself? People like that are gold. You keep those folks close. Um, I mean, when you've changed your life from the way that you've been wanting to and knowing, you don't want to go back. You can't go back when you know.
Yes.
That's really what it is. You don't have the option of going back because it's that option's no longer on the table. I was going through some life changes. I was drinking heavily. I stopped drinking. I lost 60 pounds and I was still not happy. After I felt like between those two huge milestones that a lot of folks battle with in life, addiction and weight, that obviously happiness should just be right, handed to me on a silver platter. It wasn't to there. I started doing some research on finding out where that happiness was, why I was not achieving happiness. And from there, I got introduced to some Dr. Joe Dispenza, and one of his groups would be reading Shimret's responses to a lot of people that were like myself, that were searching for answers for happiness. And a lot of her answers made sense to me, illogical. They were always they made me think about myself. And I felt like her approach got to the essence of what I was trying to fix instead of painting a picture of who I was supposed to be. And so I really like that. And then from there, I got the first private message, and I thought, oh my gosh, that it's going to be I thought, it was a bot or something at first, like it. But then, she sent, I responded, and we said something more personal, and I could tell that it was a real person there. And then we kind of communicated, and then she offered to do a one-on-one, and then from there we had about an hour from that one-on-one, and I could tell from that hour just her approach towards me really made me feel comfortable, and I felt like out the gate she could tap in, that she's been doing this so well, or she's so good at what she does. I felt like immediately, as soon as I talked, she could be able to tell my real conscious from my paradigm subconscious voice within the conversation, and then was able to bring me to that enlightenment and awareness as well, that now I can do it on myself. And when you learn the skill set, you're able to almost see it in everyone, that for sure of which one's their paradigm speaking versus of their conscious. So there was some resistance at the beginning, just like anything. My paradigm was talking. I felt scared that somebody was going to take my money and run. All the things that we build up to deny ourselves the help that we need. And from there, I surrendered to her and decided I wasn't going to put up a fight. I decided I was going to be all in and follow her guidance. And it was probably about the fourth or fifth week that the light went off, that I got the big picture. I'm moving my focus now because I've got my personal life. My personal feelings are now in order, that I can use that stored up energy now to focus on my business life. But one thing that Shimret really brought well to me was I would tell her I would spend all my time at the dump. Like I would use that for the Facebook and the social media world. I would refer to as the dump because there's most of it's just garbage out there, right? So I would be programmed at the dump, but I knew the garden was across the street and I could see it, and I knew that's where the smart people were hanging out and were over at the garden. And I felt I was a smart person, but I was stuck at the dump and I didn't know I could cross the street. And Shimret said one phrase to me, and it really opened the door. She goes, "Well, what does your garden look like?" And I went, I don't know, because all of my energy's focused on the dump. And when I started to realize that their flowers, and my favorite ones were tiger lilies in the garden, and I liked roses and then sunflowers. And then when I started building my garden, I wasn't at the dump any longer. I was spending time smelling the roses. Well, I've already achieved my one goal. I'm about to achieve my second goal. Then the second goal is laying my foundation for my C-type goal, which has been established, and that picture is developing very well. But I'm telling you, it's momentum. And when you start picking up the momentum, you start to, when you get out of your own way, it's pretty awesome. And the skill set and the organization that she provides here with Thinking into Results is amazing. And not to mention, the program is amazing, but not to mention her touch of what she does is making it personable. I think is the winning recipe for it all. I think Thinking Results is great, but I think Shimret with Thinking into Results is amazing, phenomenal. I think you got to have them both to get it.